The headdress is a Beltane headdress, which is a pagan holiday in Europe, and it represents the god Cernunnos, which is like the god of nature, the hunt, the underworld, and mysteries and secrets and all that. And I really just did it to like pay homage to just like nature. And I mean, I love the planet and I love nature. I've found a lot of inspiration in nature since I was very young. Spent like so much time in the forest, like, and I always like go there whenever I need to like clear, find some meditative peace. And yeah, like what I hope to do with my career is to just like help our planet as much as I can. Like when I fight, it's very spiritual for me. Like I'm not like a psychopath or anything, but it's like everyone has that killer in them. I find that whenever I step into the ring, like, that part of me comes out, like the remorseless animal that just wants to rip your soul out. I hope to, display it as brutally and artistically as possible when I step in. Yes, very much so. I consider myself an artist and a craftsman more than an athlete, honestly. I don't want to just go out there and, clash with guys. I want to like separate myself from my opposition skillfully and, cut them down in a way that's beautiful for the fans who are watching. My name comes from the Bassa dialect. My mom is actually a political refugee from Liberia who came here during the first civil war there. And yeah, my name is a Bassa name. It's pretty common in Liberia, but you don't hear many people in the States. It means the eternal serpent. It's kind of a name that like I gave myself, but it kind of like inspired me because I love snakes. I love, the esoteric and occult, and I have like a pet cobra, and I, try and like emulate that serpentine style when I fight. So that's where that name comes from. I try and just be like smooth and effortless like a snake. I've always wanted a cobra. Like I've loved snakes since I was like a child, and I've owned a few venomous snakes growing up, and I used to like catch snakes all the time. And so I don't know. I've always just been drawn to them for some reason, and I find that like they're very misunderstood animals, and I just think that they're so elegant and beautiful. And I always wanted a cobra, and then I was actually like gifted to me by a really good friend of mine, and I have loved it. It's been like the most rewarding and fascinating pet that I've ever had, and I haven't had, I'm very careful and like meticulous about my care for her. I haven't had any issues with her. She's actually got a great temperament, like a deadly lapid like she is. I mean, I've watched all the film I can find on my opponent, and he seems like, he's a decently well-rounded guy, but I just think, like, he looks like he likes to grab people. And like, I think, like, once we get going in there, I feel like he's just going to want to grab me and hold on to me. And, like, I have an answer for everything. I plan to, get him out of there as early as possible with my striking. And, like, if he wants to try and wrestle with me, like, I will counter wrestle him, I'll reverse him, and I'll submit him. So I just see it being, like, a clean finish either way it goes. I just want to let everyone know to, keep an eye out for me, because you'll see me eventually. We'll all see me eventually.